Omae wa Shinderu. Welcome back to Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. Last time we did a bunch of side quests, and we're gonna continue doing a bunch of side quests because I can hardly walk 5 feet without finding more.
Yes.
I wouldn't say I'm front-loading all these side quests, but at the same time, well, I'm also kind of under-leveled at this point. The game is not, I don't know. I still feel like I could take on every fight I encounter, but most of the enemies we're running into now are going to start having, I don't know, a 3 to 5 level advantage on us. And I'm not down with that. Some of them are pretty dangerous.
I think that's... Hey, you! Don't resist, piece of shit!
Come.
The random fights we're finding around Eden don't have that problem, but, you know.
That's the channeling point.
Shit, he's serious!
Exploding five-finger strike!
My goal for today is actually going to be to get some Coliseum fights done. Sensei, you know, as long as that's open, I might as well show it off, right? Those 2 guards off in the distance are just talking about how, hey, you might want to have armor as compared to just health recovery items, because armor's good for you. You don't run out of armor, you run out of health recovery items. If you've played the Coliseum in previous Yakuza games, this one shouldn't be too different for you. The duel system is a way of taking on explicitly one-on-one fight, and they're just boss refights. Say you want to fight Shin again? Hey, guess what? There's a way to do that. However, the melee fights are a bit more, wildly unbalanced. The Gladiator games are pretty wildly unbalanced, and I'm not a big fan. That said, you can get some pretty good rewards for finishing the, well, getting enough points. Including the only way I can think of to get all of the incense you will need to max out every single, every Destiny Talisman. Plus this top-of-the-line item, the Savior's Plates. The Savior's line of gear is the strongest gear in the game. It may not necessarily have any special, attributes tied to it, but you can't beat the defense. So without further ado, let's take on a duel or two. Jun the Merciless is our Shin would-be, and Congo the Berserker is Devil Rebirth. As we go through the game, we can unlock more of them. Every time you beat one of these guys, you will get an extra item, but they'll also go up in level. So this time, if I beat Jun, he's going to be at level 25. Next time I fight him, he'll be at level 30.
Fight is about to begin!
Shin still isn't too hard of an opponent, but if he circles around behind you, he can put on a hurting, and you will probably hate yourself for a little bit.
Hundred Fist Rush!
Of course, now that we have the perfect channeling technique, that'll be a pretty good way to attack on some extra damage when we are looking to hurt somebody. Oh, and we're about to do a tremor chance, I guess? Yeah, that one.
Not yet. Steel shredding clench!
And the winner is Kenshiro!
The cheering crowd, or jeering crowd if you're getting hit, is really just there for set dressing. They don't have any mechanic effect. But once you complete a round, you can see taking on the duels is a pretty good way of increasing your Coliseum rank, but based on that and how well you did and this, that, and the other, you'll get points. Points take a while to build up. But you know what? There's some pretty good stuff here, so I'll probably be doing some of these gladiator games off camera because I hate them. Well, I say off camera, but I'll be recording them in the same way that I'm doing the bartending episodes. Probably stuff on the side. But hey, it's been a while since we saw Devil Rebirth. Let's go ahead and kick him in the head again. I won't say there is no penalty for losing a game inside the arena, or losing to a duel or the gladiator games. You will be at 1 pixel of health, which I don't recommend, by the way. That's a very easy way to get taken out. But outside of that, you still get some points, just maybe not as many as you could have if you had succeeded. That said, for all the duels, none of these enemies have any different attack patterns. They just have more health and do more damage. Well, I say that, they actually do develop one additional attack pattern, but that doesn't come into play for some time yet. I'll cover it when we get there.
Seven stars of death!
While doing these fights, you can get additional points for getting a perfect during the fight. It's not a lot of points, but hey, every little bit helps, right? That said, there is one insanely strong enemy, who I have beaten on perfect once, at the maximum level. I don't think it'll ever happen again, but hey, it's nice to see happen once, right? So as you can see, all these guys have increased their levels. I'm not going to deal with them again because I'm still fairly low, actually. But hey, there are some gladiator games to take on, and while I'm not a big fan, well, I don't know. They're a good way to grind out your secret technique ranks. They have some problems to them. The second one, full disclosure, the second gladiator game, I actually lose, because I'll talk about it when we get there. These guys are actually at my level at this point, that being level 23, so they're not too bad to deal with. Plus, we haven't encountered any particularly dangerous enemies in this grouping yet, although there will be. In the Colosseum, I think, is the first time you start running into weapons masters, which are really big jerks.
Bone Crusher strike!
People that may be abnormally skilled with their knives or their clubs, whatever they're equipped with. They have a different move skill than most, and if you're used to being able to counter their techniques, ain't gonna happen this time.
What's the matter?
Octo! 100 Fist Rush!
So, the reason some of these fights can be difficult is they will throw you into these very constricted areas, but you can get juggled on the walls very easily, and you do not have invulnerability frames while you're still standing up. So, it can be possible to get shoved against the wall by somebody with a multi-hit attack, and then at the same time, you'll be getting hit by another person with a multi-hit attack at the same time, and your health will disappear. Ask me how I know this.
You are already Rising Thunder Kick!
So one of the guys in this mix is our weapons master. You might be able to tell him, the guy with the gold borders around his name. He's got 2 clubs, and what he'll do with those clubs, in addition to his multi-hit attacks, he'll also throw them at us for a ranged attack. He's super irritating, and I hate him.
Don't bother struggling. Octo Bone Crusher strike! Finger strike!
you have a way of doing it, I would absolutely say take out the weapons masters first, because they attack on a different, how do I put it? They don't respond to the concept of enemies attacking you one, maybe two at a time. They're on their own aggression path. So these guys suck. Plus they have attack patterns that you are not familiar with, because they're different. I mean, how often do you run into these jerk weapon masters? The answer's not that often. So, it's not always possible, but if you at least find a way to take out all the mess around them first, you can take them on one-on-one, and they definitely have nothing on the bosses as far as, you know, like a duel standpoint. But taken in a group, they can absolutely ruin your day, and I am not a fan of them. I appreciate them as a concept, but not in their execution. And the only time I really run into them is during the Gladiator games. So, let's see how the second one goes. This one is kind of different, because, well, you're in that same encaged space, but with flame vents on the ground. Because why not? It's more fun that way.
You can't run anymore.
Bone Demolisher! I can't
He can't just disappear.
Twin execution!
I don't know if this game has a system like in the Yakuza series where using the same, well, secret technique over and over again will reduce the amount of damage it does or something of that nature. But, you know what? I'll try and swap it up anyway, but no promises.
Wingbreaker!
The game does have other ways of enticing you into using multiple secret techniques. Things like for every secret technique you use, your 7-star gauge will increase faster. Things of that nature. But outside of that, I don't believe there are any mechanical downsides to using the same secret technique.
Finger interception! Break! Let me have
Let the game begin!
During the Gladiator games, the game is nice enough to give us a 30% health increase between rounds, which is nice because outside of some Destiny talismans that can restore health, you don't have access to your inventory. So unless you restore your health inside the game, it ain't happening.
8 pains, 9 hells! Damn it! 8 pains, 9 hells! Boardbreaker strike!
You're so tiny, like a bug. I'll kill you.
Steel shredding clench! Rising Force!
I'm not sure which technique came first, the Hokuto Rising Force or the Kiwami takedown from Yakuza 1 in Rush style.
Let the game begin!
Anyway, welcome to the round where everything goes wrong. Our fella there with the greenish-yellow, I don't know, mullet, and the knife he holds a little differently, that's going to be our problem character for this round. Red vest, that guy.
Bone Demolisher!
My arm's stuck.
The problem is with the Weapon Masters and their combo attacks, if you get hit by one of the attacks, more than likely you're going to get hit by all the attacks. And I was not able to take out all the other guys in this mess quickly enough to be able to take him on his own. Especially once I started getting wall bounced. It's like I'm playing Tekken and it's a mess. Yeah, see, if I had invulnerability from that second guy while I was getting stabbed there, I might have been fine. I might have been able to make this work. But then this happens? Yeah, no. It's over. So yeah, the lack of invulnerability frames kind of killed me. And also the knife in my back, that might have played a factor. So I'll come back to this one and try it again later. I do have some more levels now that'll make it easier. Plus some additional skills I think will spice life up. But as you can see, my life's a little suffering. And rather than using any of the items from my inventory, I'd rather just go and eat it out. But unfortunately I got spotted, so let's duck into another store real quick. That's probably fine. The Rob Bar, we've eaten there before. Except, in order to get service, we'll have to deal with that guy at the counter first, and that sounds like possibly getting punched in the face. So let's go back to the restaurant that I wanted to go to originally. It'll totally be fine this time.
Let's do this again sometime.
This restaurant is also having a rowdy patron issue, but the rowdy patrons are not blocking the food itself. So, I'll eat up and then deal with their crap. We actually haven't been here since we maxed out our friendship with the huge old lady. You can see these bottom three items are essentially the same as the above items. They're just cheaper. So that's the benefit to making friends with people through bartending. You will be able to get the same options, but at cheaper prices. I think there's, at least that applies to the restaurants. The different places you have to shop at for equipment, those change.
No. The hell? Hey! Yeah. bastard. What? Fresh meat!
One thing I will say for the fights around Eden, they are a pretty good way of building up your 7-star gauge if you were,
Father struggling.
for some reason, had that zeroed out between gladiator fights. Getting a perfect strike on one of these random guys will give you a complete fill-up option, whereas getting a, well, perfect channel, getting a good enough perfect channel will get you just a simple fill-up, but getting a perfect channel will give you a bit that will fill everything up. So that's cool.
Octo 100 Fist Rush! Dead.
And so, with justice
Thank you very
dispensed,
much.
I hope you'll join me next time when we engage in more side-questing adventures. Because there are so many side quests unlocked right now, holy crap.
Excuse me!